Hey guys, this is Jill Gordon, also known as Jill the Health Coach. Today is January 14th, and I want to say kudos to Campbell's. Coming from me, this may sound a little strange, but let me explain. It's about food labeling, and I don't know about you, but I don't think it's unreasonable to want to know what's in our food. However, there's lots of people who make our food that just don't agree, such as the folks at Kashi, the natural crunchy granola people that have the commercials on mountains and everything, Larabar, General Mills, Kellogg's, Silk, folks that make almond milk, PepsiCo, Coca-Cola, and lots of others. Well, guess what? Not one of these companies support GMO food labeling. Well, what does that mean? In contrast, the reason I said kudos to Campbell's is because in a message that they posted just last week, they actually said that they always believe that consumers have the right to know what's in their food. How refreshing. Now, I'm not necessarily a fan of Campbell's products because they do have a lot of chemicals and high sodium in their products, but I really admire their transparency as they distance themselves from other deceptive food companies. So, what exactly are GMO foods and do they really matter? Well, GMO stands for genetically modified organism, or even GE, which is genetically engineered. Basically, what they do is they slice and dice certain foods or seeds and create better foods. What does that mean? What they do is they make them so that they yield more crops, so that they're not as susceptible to pests and insects. And what they do is they make them so that they're not really natural. And then even with the pesticide thing, think about it, they actually, what they do is they make them Roundup ready by injecting the seeds, and mostly this is stuff like corn or soy. They inject the seeds with pesticides before they even put them in the ground, which is kind of gross because now you've got all these toxins directly in the seeds before they even grow, and then they end up spraying them later for the double dose. So at any rate, these genetically modified foods can be harmful. There's an actual reason why soy allergies have skyrocketed by 50%. That's because most soy is genetically modified, and the same thing with corn. Think about it. Think of how many people that you know today that have asthma, skin problems, all these allergies that people did not have years ago. So much of this is, we believe, due to genetically modified foods. There's a reason why similar products in other countries, they don't have these types of allergies that we do. Even if you go to Europe, the European Union requires that if a genetically modified product has at least 0.9% or more of its components that are genetically modified, it has to be labeled so. But for some reason in the US, labeling is just not required. And I feel like it's been bought and sold by agribusiness, and I'm certainly not alone. But here's the deal. Consumers have been fighting back for your right to know what's in your food, and I support organizations like Environmental Working Group. They work tirelessly to protect us and force more transparency for so many of the consumer goods that you and I both use all the time. So what I say to this is, in particular, look out for corn and soy. Those are typically genetically modified, and try to avoid buying them unless you know that they're organic, because otherwise they typically are genetically modified. And really, in your shopping, guys, look at your labels. That's your best defense. Educating yourself about what you eat is your best defense. And guess what? If you see corn or soy that's, not organic, don't buy it. It's very, very simple. And when we create a demand for more pure foods, or even just the labeling in and of itself, we can get there together. So be sure, fight for your right to know what's in your food by demanding better food labels, because we can demand transparency by buying or not buying certain products. This has been Jill the Health Coach. Thanks for watching, and let us help you.